Hey guys, Modsy here, back with another restoration video, and it has been a little while since I even did my last video, and I do apologise for that. It has been chaotic back here trying to plan all our wedding, and I actually started a new full-time job this week, so it has been crazy. And today's video card is, well, this is kind of a bit of a nasty one in a way, to clean that is. Anyway. One of the cards that I actually already own in my collection is this one here, which is a ATI Radeon HD 3870 512 meg model. This is a nice card. This is one of the ones that I wanted to pick up for the collection because it wasn't a card that I had back in the day, and it's probably my most regretful video card that I'd never bought when it was new. This card is so good. You know, for the price that it was back in the day, and for you know, how powerful this thing actually was compared to the Nvidia offerings. Well, Nvidia obviously had the outright performance crown, of course. ATI was, you know, at this point in time was definitely value. So comparing this thing to like my 8800 GTS, for example, this thing actually surprisingly beats it, and that's the 640 meg, the original 640 meg GTS, that is. So this is not the card that I'm going to be cleaning today, because this card I'm going to be using in a particular build in the future, and I've been looking for a second one. So this is the card that I end up getting. But first, let's clear away all the tools and bits and pieces for cleaning. Okay, now this card I have actually kept in the wrapping for a very specific reason. It stinks. This card has clearly lived in the home of a smoker, and very clearly, I don't know whether the guy breathed through this thing, I don't know, but the smell that is coming out of this thing is disgusting. When I opened the box to smell this, I honestly to God thought there was a dead rat or something, or a dead mouse inside, because it was rancid, the smell that was coming out of this. But the thing is that the card looks like it's in immaculate condition, except for a little bit dusty. So I have no idea what exactly the smell is coming from, because the outside of this card is in immaculate condition. So it's time to take it out, and I'm just be glad that you guys can't smell this, because it is actually probably by a long way, the most vile smelling video card I have ever received off of eBay. In fact, I can already smell it, and I've just taken it out, and I'm about a foot, my face is about a foot away from the card here, and it is quite bad. So as you can see, visually, the outside of the cooler, there's like no scratches on it. This thing looks in immaculate condition, like there's no surface scratches on here. It's almost like you've just peeled the plastic off. Look, there's not even really anything in the cooler to, you know, make it look like it should be smelling this bad. But as you can probably see, there is a lot of dust on the fan. And the back here, let me just get that in focus for you. Look at that. This is actually rusted here. There's actually rust on the outtake, on the actual metal here. And there's something like hair and particles in here. And the smell that's coming out of this is horrible. It's almost making me gag. It's so bad. So I was actually debating whether or not I wanted to clean this on video, and decided that it's been a while since I've done a video, so I figured this was the next best thing I could do for you guys while I've got very limited time. I'm actually going to have to... I've got about 2 hours, and I've actually got to head to bed again, so this is going to be a quick video. But yeah, so of course this is the MSI Radeon HD 3870 512 meg card, so it is a matching card to the other one that I've got. Of course this one has probably, I'd say arguably, if I can get these both in shot here. How about I zoom out? There we go. Arguably, I actually think that while I'm a huge Company of Heroes fan, which is why I ended up picking up this one, this card here, I think, probably has the nicest decal on out of all the 3870s that you can actually get, except for maybe the Ruby reference decal that was on all of the press sample cards that unfortunately never went to retail. Those Ruby decals were never actually used. They weren't even used on OEM cards, sadly, because the OEM cards have just got the plain red cooler with nothing on them. So yeah, let's put this one away. If I can find a spot to put it, there we go. And let's zoom back in, and let's get tearing this thing down. Exactly on it, but anyway. Smell this, babe. How bad does this smell?
Oh, rotten lettuce.
Rotten lettuce?
Yeah.
I was going to go with cat pee, but anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to be going to run a sink full of hot soapy water, and I'm going to be taking all of these plastic parts that are just full of this, whoop, shit, that are full of all of this yucky stuff, because I don't want to actually clean this out here and have it in the room here. I want to get rid of it so that this smell goes away, because like you can see, like the back of the fan and stuff, it is disgustingly, it's horrible, and I need to clean this with soap and water to get rid of the smell and all of this. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm not going to be able to film that, unfortunately, but I will be right back in about a second or two, and it'll be all clean. So hopefully I'll be right back. Alright guys, so all of the parts are, all the plastic parts and stuff, and the heatsink and everything are back and are all nice and shiny and clean. But I started to have a look at the PCB here a little bit closely, and I noticed something. Something that can pretty much explain, I think, why this card smells so bad. So I have a feeling that the whole top part of this card here, all around here along the top of the traces and stuff, when I'm looking at this in a certain light, like when the light is glistening like this, I don't know if you can see, just check out along here. You see the shine? I don't know how well this is going to be picked up, but does it look rainbow colored to you? There is something that has been spilt all along the top of this card. It's something that has then dried, and that's what's causing this card to smell so bad. And you would have just seen an image of what the sink looked like. I'll chuck it up on screen, actually, the image of what was left when I cleaned the sink out of all the crap. So I think something has been spilt on this that is a very nasty substance or whatever it is, and it wasn't cleaned up properly while the card was turned off, because the card is actually working. There's nothing wrong with the card. There's no artifacting. There's no there's no burnt. It's not a burnt electronic smell. There's none of the capacitors are leaking. They're all in good condition. There's no damage on the card like it's been dropped or anything. There's something that's been spilt on this while it's been unplugged and turned off, and then it's never been cleaned up properly, and that's what's making the smell. Because the PCB, especially all around this area here and this top part of the card here, it's like covered in oil that's then covered in dust. It's like a yellowy, something yellow that's on the card everywhere. And it's, whatever it is, it smells really bad. So when I actually get this card fixed, I'm going to be putting this into our laundry room with one of our little incense things that we have here that my partner has. And hopefully I'm going to smoke out or smell out the the smell of this with an incense smell, something that actually smells a bit nicer than this. But yeah, this as well, I have to clean this, because that's, don't know what's on that, but that's nasty as well. Ugh. Alright guys, so the video card is all back together and nice and shiny. You can see the nice reflection there. Unfortunately, this thing still stinks like crazy. I haven't done my normal really thorough clean on the PCB on both sides. I did as best as I could, but I'm kind of running out a bit of time here. I've got to actually head to bed to get up for work in the morning. So I might attempt at going back and scrubbing this if the smell from this doesn't fade in the future after sort of trying to force it to change smell by putting incense near it or something like that to try and clean out the smell. I don't know, but I might come back and actually do something about changing the smell of this in the future and cleaning it up. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video with this card in the future, because I'm going to be using this card and the other one. Holy crap, it has just started to bucket down with rain. So I actually do plan on using the pair of these in a Crossfire build. So I'm going to see what these things are like running in Crossfire in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. And that has been by far the worst cleaning, worst stinking, or the worst time I've had cleaning an old video card ever, because this thing is horrible. It was horrible. It's better now. It looks clean. It actually looks really clean. But the smell still coming out of this, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.